What up, fam? It's your boy DTLF, man, back with another video as we get the breaking news that Avery Bradley has agreed to sign with the Lakers on a 2-year, 9.7 million 2-year deal as soon as he clears waivers. So, he's about to get waived by the Grizzlies. This is a huge addition. Now, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you know that I had said that after Iguodala, this was my next favorite option. Of course, if the Grizzlies don't cooperate with waiving Iguodala over trading him, then we would have to. I think this is a perfect player to settle with. Now, Avery Bradley's no joke. He's a two-way player. He's a slasher. He's pretty quick, and he's very mobile on his feet as far as the defensive end goes. So this is really good for the perimeter defense. Now we already secured the interior defense with Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee. Now we're doing the perimeter defense, and by adding Avery Bradley, that pretty much helps that out big time. Not just that, but he had one of his better years last year he only played 14 games with the Memphis Grizzlies, but he averaged 16.1 points and 4 assists with 3 rebounds. So this is somebody that truly adds to the roster in more ways than one. And again, perimeter defense needed to get shored up with the trade of Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram, and we've done a great job of adding guys that can do that. This is it, guys. We're about to make our championship run. I think this is one of the final missing pieces truly to take us to the next level. Now, it's not clear if we wasted all our cap on him, which I believe we did. But if we did it and we still have a future shot at Iggy, if he ever gets cut, then that would definitely be the final piece. However, I'm already very happy with the way Rob Pelinka has done this roster after, of course, we got did dirty by Kawhi Leonard. You have to be ecstatic. All right, we went out, we got DeMarcus. We went out and we got Danny Green, and now we got Avery Bradley. That's 3 very good players that specialize in a specific different thing. DeMarcus, good post player, interior passer who can stretch the floor. It's not as quick as explosive as he used to be, but he still averaged 16 points per game on a stacked Warriors team. So I look for him to have an even better bounce back season this year. Will he start? That remains to be seen. I still think JaVale starts for defensive purposes, but we will see. We added Danny Green, who could stretch the floor, 40% three-point shooter, to go with Troy Daniels, who could also stretch the floor, and Jared Dudley, who could defend and stretch the floor. Same thing with Danny Green, though. He's a very good defender. He could defend 3 positions. And now we added Avery Bradley, who could also defend multiple positions, and somebody who's quick, could get out in transition, finish around the basket. Very, very happy with the way this team has been constructed, guys. Honestly, I told you guys that even if we messed out on Kawhi, it was going to be a win because there was plenty of people lining up to play with us. And sure enough, as soon as the pin dropped, guess what? And let's not forget Quinn Cook. Quinn Cook is also very good at stretching the floor, very solid defender. And he can take you off the dribble and do some things here and there. Very, very deep roster. So if we look at it from top to bottom, the Clippers got stacked. However, we're more stacked. And let me tell you why. Okay, so the Clippers have at point guard, they have, what's that bum's name again? See that? Patrick Beverly. They have Patrick Beverly. At shooting guard, they're going to have either Paul George or Kawhi. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't care. And at the other position, they're going to have Kawhi. Power forward, I don't know. Who is it going to be at power forward? And then at center, Montrezl Harrell? Or is it going to be Zubats at center and Montrezl Harrell at power forward? I don't know. I don't care. But the bottom line is, look at our roster. After that, they have Lou Williams. And they have, who else do they have off the bench? They have Lou Williams. Pretty much that's their best bench player. They traded away Gallo. They have Lou Williams off the bench. Our roster at point guard, I don't know who's going to start for now, but it can alternate depending on the night, on the nightly basis. But for now, let's just say Rondo. Shooting guard Danny Green, small forward LeBron, power forward Anthony Davis, center JaVale McGee or Boogie. Either way, and then off the bench we're going to have Avery Bradley, which is very sick. Quinn Cook. We're going to have Kyle Kuzma and either Boogie or JaVale off the bench. Not to mention we brought back Alex Caruso. So Alex Caruso was a nice little get. I'm happy he got paid 2-year deal for him. You got to love it, man. You got to love the way this team has been built. Now we have a very, very great starting lineup. Not quite a super team, but close in the starting lineup. And off the bench, we have starting caliber players like Kuzma, Avery Bradley, guys like that, JaVale McGee or Boogie, whoever that is. Now, how much do we have left? Probably just the veterans minimum. If we can get Iguodala on the veterans minimum, that's it. Shut it down. Just hand us the trophy right now because we'd have the best defensive and offensive lineup. And yet we still have some holes on offense here and there, but we can alternate with different types of lineups as well. So, yeah, Kuzma can start at times, but sometimes he's going to have to come off the bench. Actually, I like Kuzma more off the bench with this unit simply because he'll become the primary scoring option. As a starter, he'll be the third option, which I don't mind, but it doesn't matter who starts, it's who finishes. So if he's playing well, expect him to finish games on a nightly basis. So you got to love it, man. You got to love it. What's up, Rob D? Hey, bro, you already know. You already know, Rod. Absolutely got to hit you guys with that bomb. But I just read it on Twitter. I was actually working on that Lakers track, that Clipper diss track I was telling you guys about, and it's going to be called Champions. What better way to hit them where it hurts than, of course, underlining the main thing. They don't have any championships. We do. So I can't wait to drop that. It's probably going to drop sometime this week. Look forward for that. Now I'm going to combine my track with a mix with all the new players. So it's going to be dope. It's going to be called Champions. I can't wait for that, guys. But for now, AV Bradley, latest edition. What do you guys think of this edition, man? Are you guys as excited as I am? I really love the AV Bradley edition. I remember a couple years back when he played for Boston, they coveted him as one of the greatest young assets they had, and then they ended up trading him away. But he hasn't been the same defensively as he was then, but hopefully this gives him a whole nother another boost to his confidence, and he plays better. Remember, sometimes you got to play with great players to elevate your game. Last couple of years, what was he? Clippers, garbage players there. And then he went to Memphis. Obviously they're tanking. So, got to be ecstatic for Avery Bradley. Hey, what up, T? How you doing? She said, I'm feeling super excited, man. Our Lakers are looking good. They're looking great right now. They're still looking like championship title favorites. I say that with confidence, like real confidence, barring any injuries or anything crazy. Knock on wood. We should be champions. So we still have, I think, a roster spot open, but whoever takes it, veterans minimum. Now, like I said, Iguodala is still my favorite out of the free agents left. If we can land him, it's a wrap. Like I said, they might as well hand us the trophy because he can defend multiple positions. He became a better knockdown shooter. As you guys saw, he hit the game winner in one of the games in the finals. And our perimeter defense was concerning me. But now that we got better players there, including Avery Bradley, I'm pretty much confident, man. I'm already confident. Very nice. Iggy, Melo, or Lance? I'll take Iggy. Iguodala is my favorite player left. DTLF, Iggy over Korver? Yes, I feel like we have plenty of shooters now. I feel like we're set with shooters. Kuzma's going to be a better shooter this year as well. And we're going to have Troy Daniels there. We're going to have Danny Green there. Our bigs can stretch the floor as well. Don't forget about Anthony Davis and DeMarcus. They can stretch the floor. We're going to have plenty of stretch players. Now, I wouldn't mind Korver, but he can't defend for lick. One trend I've noticed with the Lakers is that they're getting players that can do multiple things. We only have probably about one or two players that can only do one specific thing, one being Troy Daniels. So all in all, I'm happy with the roster as is. We can go into battle with this roster, and I'm pretty confident we'll come out with the title, barring any crazy injuries or anything stupid happening in the season. But I'm so happy. Boogie took a major pay cut, and if I'm the Lakers, this is a trial run for DeMarcus. If DeMarcus has a championship season with us, and he's one of the main reasons we just dominating the paint like I think we're going to dominate, you bring him back. You go over the salary cap, you pay him what he deserves. I give him let's say DeMarcus comes out, he starts this season, and he averages about 18 to 21 points per game. You give him a $10 million contract next year, and moving forward, maybe like a 3-year, $40 million contract. Remember, you can go over the cap to re-sign your players. So the fact that we have them, it's huge already. So maybe that was one of the incentives why DeMarcus signed with us. We're like, look, DeMarcus, we're going to have you sit on every player on the opposition this year. We're going to just have you bully people in the paint along with Anthony Davis. And if you can do that, then you'll get a bigger contract with us next season. But think about it. Who has a better front court than the Lakers this season? Nobody. Think about it. DeMarcus Cousins, Anthony Davis, JaVale McGee, LeBron James, Kyle Kuzma. That's our front court. Those are our 5 front court core players. But I look around the league. Everybody's thin in the front court. The Clippers, Montrezl Harrell, undersized. Zubac, as good as he can be, he is underexperienced. In the playoff run, he's not going to show up, just like they didn't play him last year. And then who do they have after that? I don't know. Who else has interior depth. In the West, I look at the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz look nice, because they got Rudy Gobert. But outside of Rudy Gobert, who else is going to shore it up for us? For them, nobody. And then in the finals, the only player that can match up with Anthony Davis is Joel Embiid if he can stay healthy. But then after that, who's going to match up with Boogie? Horford? And then we got JaVale McGee as the wild card coming off the bench or starting. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Do I think Kuzma's going to start? That's a great problem to have for the coach. I don't care if he starts or not. I just want him to get major minutes, and I want him to be one of the primary options. Either if he starts, he has to be the third option behind Anthony Davis and LeBron. He has to be aggressive. And if he comes off the bench, he has to be the primary option off the bench. And who's going to guard AD? Nobody, man. But that's what I'm saying. Our team this season is more stacked than I've ever seen it. This team is more stacked than the team that came up short with Karl Malone, Gary Payton, and all those guys, because most of those guys were out of their prime. If you guys remember, they were getting injured. Karl Malone got injured in the finals. Gary Payton in and out of the lineup. As good as he still was, he wasn't the same player. Now we got Anthony Davis in his prime. We got LeBron still in his prime. We got Boogie, not exactly out of his prime, but injuries have slowed him down. Can he have a bounce back season? Let's hope for it. JaVale McGee just had a career year. So nobody's really counting on him. He just had a career year. And Kuzma, I expect, is going to take his game to the next level as long as our coaching staff gives him the opportunity. So our front court is looking the stackest I've ever seen it. I'm dead serious. I've never seen a front court this stacked. And so just that by itself. Now, our perimeter, our outside players, we got shooters now. We got guys like Quinn Cook to stretch the floor. We got guys like Danny Green who can stretch the floor, career 40% three-point shooter. We got, defenders out there now with Avery Bradley. Rondo, when he wants to, he can defend. He can get pesky from time to time. But offensively, he's going to create for everybody. This is the most dynamic I think we've ever built, a team, a roster. We have a little bit of everything. A lot of bit of front court and then a little bit of everything outside of that. So you have to love it. LeBron cannot say we didn't build around him this time. There's absolutely no excuses. LeBron has to deliver, and I believe he will. He is the king for a reason. I hope he regains his crown as the best player in the league. I know some of you guys believe he never lost it, but I still give it to Kawhi Leonard last season. He showed out. So to me, the champion is the best. LeBron has to regain his crown. I think he will. I think he'll be motivated. But exciting, guys. Very exciting. So much to talk about. Let me answer this question in Spanish, and then I'll tell you guys what he said. He said, Dan, los Memphis no van a querer dejar a Iggy porque ellos saben que si lo dejan se va a ir a los Lakers, falta Kyle Korver or Carmelo. All right. He told me that the Lakers don't want to let go of Iggy because they know he would come to – the Memphis Grizzlies don't want to let go of Iggy because they know he'd come to the Lakers. However, I'll say this. It's nothing to them. They're not trying to win, so they're not going to hold on to Iggy. Either another team's going to pull up and trade for him and he's going to be disgruntled, or they're going to cut him and he's going to get what he wants. Remember, this is a players' league, man. At the end of the day, Paul George went to the front office and requested a trade. They had to trade him. Even though I don't feel like they should have traded him to the Clippers where he wanted to, they should have held on to him and tried to get the best package, just like they do to the Lakers every time we want a player. But that's for another story. You said breaking Lakers DTLF for the final roster spot. Oof. Actually, I'm getting ready for that rec league, man. I'm getting ready. I'm about to be playing out here in the IE. So if y'all want to see me, man, I'll be in the Norton Rec Center. We're gonna be balling pretty soon, man. I gotta go get my jersey made and all that. So it should be fun. Got a lot of things planned for myself this summer, as well as you guys. Like I said, I'm dropping a track this week. I was just working on it when I heard the breaking news from AVERY Bradley. So I'm excited, man. Great summer, and I'm even more excited for the regular season, man. October doesn't come fast enough. Yeah, if we get Iguodala, like I said, Iguodala, y'all know how I feel about him. He's a multi-purpose veteran. Was a great locker room presence, of course. Defender, could stretch the floor, could play make. He kind of come into the Lamar Odom type role. Dan, Quinn Cook is a sleeper signing. Definitely. I like Quinn Cook a lot. Quinn Cook, very, very good player, man. He hit some big-time shots in the playoffs. If you guys were watching, I was obviously cheering for the Warriors to lose. So anytime I was watching, I was hoping for them to lose. But when Klay Thompson was injured or they needed some spot minutes from him, he was really good for them. So I hope he does it for us as well. Dan, do you think Kuz is a starter or our sixth man? Right now, it's looking more like sixth man just based on the depth. I mean, who are you going to bench? Unless LeBron is running point guard, like he said he would before he recruited Kawhi, which I doubt now, maybe from time to time. Then unless that happens, then no. But I've mentioned it before in previous videos. I said the Lakers have a chance to roll out a very unique, athletic, and defensive and offensive minded lineup out there that could just this could be like our death team. You're right. Our secret weapon lineup, and this is the lineup I'm gonna tell you guys. LeBron at point guard, not defensively but offensively. Defensively, we can throw Danny Green on all the guards running out after screens and stuff like that, or we can switch everything. So LeBron point guard, that gives you a 6'8" point guard. Danny Green shooting guard, 6'8" shooting guard. Kyle Kuzma small forward, 6'9" small forward, all size. Power forward, Anthony Davis. That's a 7-footer, and another 7-footer with JaVale McGee. That could be the craziest lineup that we could see this season, and I think they would punish teams defensively and offensively. Now, there's no weakness to that team because the only weakness is LeBron guarding guards. But like I said, he could just play the point guard on the offense. And think about it. That lineup would be able to stretch the floor, would be able to defend multiple positions, would have a lot of size, would get out in transition. What can that lineup not do? Right? And then off the bench, we still have Avery Bradley and DeMarcus. So do you see Boogie going back to the old Boogie? Unfortunately, no, I don't. I don't think he'll ever be a 25-plus point per game scorer. Hopefully, I'm wrong on that. I wish the best for the guy. You never like to see anybody getting injured, whether they're on your team or not. But DeMarcus Cousins, after the Achilles, remember, he's a big guy. And I've been saying this forever. I'm not going to change that tune just because he joined the Lakers. I keep it 100 with you guys. He's a big dude. So it's harder for those big dudes to recover from that Achilles injury. Once you tear it, you're never the same. And the thing is, we never seen that type of injury to a big dude like that. So I'm not expecting him to be the same. However, he still has a ton of skills. He can still bully people in the paint. He can still pass from the paint. He can still stretch the floor, and he can defend from time to time. And we can use his big body off a screen and roll. So very useful player. I still see him as a 16 to 20 point per game scorer, depending on the minutes and opportunity he gets and how healthy he is. So anywhere from between 16 to 20, I'm super ecstatic with his production. T says, back then they didn't want us. Now they all up on us. Okay, she's out here quoting Mike Jones. I see you, T. I like that. You said 3-and-D, J.R. Smith? No, thank you. Again, the Lakers have done a great job of keeping away from any dramatic type players. I don't care how good they are. Don't bring Nick Young. Don't bring J.R. Smith. Don't bring Carmelo. So far, Rob Pelinka, I applaud him for that. He's doing nothing but bringing savvy vets who are great locker room presence, Jared Dudley types, guys like that. We got to continue this because we're building a winner here. We can't have any sort of distractions or anything happening on the sideline, any stupidity. So Rob has truly won my respect over as a GM. You guys know that I was wrong when I disrespected him when Magic stepped down. I was emotional. I was in my feelings. I'm a man. I could admit that. That's cool. I was wrong, and I'm not always right. But I got to give him props. You got to give props to Rob Pelinka. He has done a great job, man, from start to bottom. Now, everybody expected the Lakers to fall apart when we missed out on Kawhi. This man already had Plan B lined up. He started signing people left and right like a Western gunslinger, man, just shooting his shot. So we're stacked now. We're stacked, and we've built a championship team. Now, all we have to do, we're a championship team on paper right now. All we have to do is go out there, stay healthy, and execute. And our coaching staff has to be as great as we think they're going to be. Now, I'm confident in them. Frank Vogel, very good defensive coach, a lot of passion, something Luke didn't have, and experience. Another thing Luke didn't have. Lionel Hollins, great veteran coach. I mean, somebody who's truly going to help with player development side. Young players like Kyle Kuzma are going to get developed. Jason Kidd, we'll see what he brings to the table on the X's and O's. But outside of that, we have Anthony Davis, we have LeBron, we have DeMarcus, we have Rondo, we have Kuz, we have Quinn Cook, KCP. Now, KCP is somebody that could be a wild card for us. If he shows up, it's a wrap that night. Because if he could drop 20 points off the bench here and there, ain't nobody stopping us. We got too much scoring power. Same thing. If he could play the passing lanes properly, not gamble too much, nobody's talking about KCP, so he could be a wild card for us. We'll see. He's the only knucklehead player we have on the roster that I don't trust night in and night out. But like I said, to end the season, he ended it out strong. That could have been for the purpose of making an extra contract or whatever, earning another contract. But bottom line is, if he can continue that, I'd be excited. And it looks like we got our daily Clipper fan over here. Your team's a scrub, man. You guys aren't going to win anything. You guys are cursed. Get out of here. Get out of. See, here's the thing. You got to feel sorry for Clipper fans because they think that they're going to talk up a championship. You can't talk up a championship. Just look at history, man. No matter how much you talk. The Clippers thought they had it with Elton Brand, Sam Cassell, Cuttino Mobley, Corey Spaghetti. They thought they had that, but they didn't win a championship. Then they thought they had it when they stole Chris Paul from us. They were like, oh, Lob City. Nah, man. Clippers got to get your own city before you even think about winning. That's it. That's all I got to say about them. So at the end of the day, marshmallow-headed Elton Brand wasn't enough. Annoying, flopping, pesky-ass Chris Paul wasn't enough. And, Kawhi Leonard and injury-prone Paul George aren't going to be enough either. They messed up. They disrespected royalty. Now they some clowns. And I just read something. I think my homegirl on Twitter posted that Kawhi Leonard has been banned from a coffee shop in LA because he didn't join the Lakers. That's just the start. You ain't getting no love from LA, man. You're only gonna get love from the misfits and the people that are confused, the ones that really aren't LA natives, that are Clipper fans for some weird reason. Maybe they think it's America's team because it's red, white, and blue. I don't know. I don't know why anybody would root for the Clippers when you have royalty right there. This is the equivalent of, driving a putt, like some sort of ugly ass car in comparison to a Lamborghini, right? Like if you had to pick two cars, you got the Lambo right here and you got a Volvo over here. Like, come on, Clipper fans picking the Volvo. That's why they're Clipper fans. You got the Lambo sitting over here on the side. It's crazy, man. I can never understand it, but hey, to each his own, right? To each his own. That's what they like. They like to be losers. They like to play the underdog role. But it is what it is. This is Lakers City. I'm dropping a track this week, guys. Hopefully you guys like it. I'm going to mash that up with a mix. I got to get you guys hyped for the season. So I'm excited for that. It might take me a little while, but I should be done by the end of the week. So super ecstatic. Now, I've been seeing this idiot Clipper Daryl yelling at our bench, talking about, oh, this is our city now. LA our way. What does that even mean? LA our way. There's only one way to LA, man, and that's championships. There's no other way to the heart of LA. If you don't win for us, if you don't win for the city, you're nobody. And you ain't never catching up to 16. So we ain't never switching loyalties. Even if y'all did catch up by some miracle, we would never switch loyalties. It's the team that did it first, the team that did it best, and the team that did it most. It's always going to be the Lakers, man. 16 versus 0. It's not even a competition. What you mean LA our way, you idiot? But hey, that's Clipper logic for you. LA our way. That's insane. That just makes me want to smack somebody. Seriously, just makes me want to grab a random person, just smack them when I hear stupidity like that. But it is what it is. I guess that's LA their way, the losing way. But what are you guys most excited for? Who do you guys think is going to have the biggest impact? I'm going to head over to the comment section. All these new acquisitions, subtracting LeBron, Kuzma, and everybody who was on the roster last year. Who do you think from the newest additions is going to have the biggest impact? Is it going to be DeMarcus? Is it going to be, Avery Bradley? Who do you guys think is going to have the biggest? Quinn Cook. I see some Quinn Cook in there. AD, obviously AD, but subtract AD because he's the obvious one. Danny Green. That's the one who I believe as well. I believe Danny Green will have the biggest impact. DeMarcus, hopefully, that'd be great. Cook, we'll see. He's kind of like, he's a question mark to me. I want to see if he's going to continue to bring some of that floor spacing and leadership off the bench. That'd be great. He said KCP. So I see a lot of Danny Green. I agree. I believe Danny Green, just because he's a two-way player who's very versatile, can have probably the biggest impact from the newcomers not named Anthony Davis. So I can't wait to see that. Now, the starting lineup is a mystery to me. I think training camp, if this coach is fair, what he should do is he should see what combinations play the best. Luke Walton preached. He said he would do that, but he never did. He never gave the players that deserved the minutes they deserve. That's why Julius left. That's why Alonzo never properly developed. So hopefully this new coach, and that's what I'm praying for, just give the players that deserve a chance the chance. If it's Kuzma that deserves to start and you're going to upset Boogie or whatever, so be it. You have to be able to take a hold of the locker room early. And that's actually how you earn the respect of your players, right? You don't earn the respect of your players by sucking up and letting them step all over you. You earn the respect of the players by, being firm from the start and treating everybody equally. Don't give nobody star treatment. Obviously, LeBron's going to get star treatment, but outside of that, LeBron and AD, everybody else gets treated equally. So we do that, we're gonna do amazing. It's gonna be a great season. But as the roster stands right now, somebody had asked me what I expected as far as wins go and losses. Well, I'm gonna make my prediction now because it's pretty much almost complete, the roster. Based off of this, if the Lakers could stay healthy, I predict they'll have a 55 plus win season. Now, why 55 and not 60 or 70? Because it takes about a year for the Lakers to gel. So 55 plus, anywhere above 55 will be solid. Well, I think that's enough in the stacked West to win the West. So 55 plus is my prediction. We're not going to go under that as long as we stay healthy. Rondo is getting signed. Rondo's definitely getting signed, man. It's already verbally agreed on. I don't know how the cap works, that they have to, kind of maneuver it, but I'm not going to get into that so much. 58 plus, yeah, that's very realistic. Like I said, 55 plus, just to stay on the safe side. I don't want to expect too much from them because they're a new roster and they have to gel, so they might take a couple of games to gel. We might lose some games here and there that we're not expected to lose just because we're trying to get the chemistry right. But yeah, I truly expect us to be 55 plus. Now, if we add Iguodala, that number might go up a little bit more. But man, all I got to say is we're already stacked. Iggy or no Iggy, I'm already very happy with the roster. If I had to rate this roster, it's a 10 out of 10 for sure because this is a championship level roster. 2 years ago, when we still had a tanking team before we added LeBron, if you would have told me we were going to have LeBron James, Anthony Davis, DeMarcus, Rajon Rondo, Danny Green, Kuz, all these players we just added on this roster. If you had told me 2 years ago we'd have this roster, I wouldn't believe you. I'd be like, man, no, we're taking the long route. We're trying to build. We got to stay patient. But after we made that trade, everything changed. After we made that Anthony Davis trade, that's it. Now we got to win it all. And that's what Rob Pelinka has now done. He set him up. He set him up for they can't fail. He set him up for success. So this is our year, man. We have to win starting this year. And hopefully we'll two-peat and then three-peat. But 1 year at a time. There's no way you can double this team. That's a good point, Greg, because who are you going to double team? If we have Anthony Davis in the paint and you double down, he's going to kick it out to Danny Green, Kuz, or even LeBron. The same thing for LeBron. If he's coming down the lane, he's great at finding players, driving dish. Kuz himself is a good playmaker from time to time. So, yeah, we have plenty of playmakers, Rondo himself. This team's going to do extremely well. And I can't wait. I cannot wait. Started from the bottom, now we're here. In the words of Drake, yes, sir. Now, I find it incredibly refreshing. I find it incredibly refreshing that Raptor fans have stayed classy to all this, man. So I applaud them for it. It must hurt them more winning a championship and losing their superstar. I preferred Kawhi to go back there because I didn't want to hear all the Clippers slander. Obviously, it's going to get to their head. I prefer them to go to Toronto because they're actually a good city. They love their basketball team and all that. So I applaud them for all the class, man. They've been nothing but supportive. They said, this is what Toronto Raptors fans told me. They DM'd me after the addition. After the subtraction of Kawhi Leonard. They said, Kawhi messed up. We didn't expect him to leave, but if he was going to leave, he should have left for the real team in LA, the Lakers, not that franchise, that shadow franchise. So even they recognize the truth, and they're so classy. So I salute them, man. And shout out to the Raptors for winning the championship this year. Truly deserve it. And we'll see. Hey, you never know. Maybe they make a crazy trade and they end up in the finals again, and we'll face them. So, I like classy fan bases, and I definitely respect them. He said, we must beat the LA Clippers every time. Every time. We better beat them every time, man. We better smack them. We're more talented than them. We have more heart than them. And we're obviously the better franchise. So we better make sure that we handle business when we face the Clippers. The only way I can see them beating us is if we're on a load management type of night and LeBron is resting, or both AD and LeBron. But other than that, man, we have on paper we're more talented, and we just need our coach to step up and make put us in the position to succeed. I was going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Keep it locked right here. Again, I'm working on a track, so I cannot wait to drop that. It's going to be fire from hook to verse to everything. So keep it locked, guys. And if you already haven't, please subscribe for all things Lakers. I got you guys all summer long, and season around the corner. I cannot wait. But peace out, guys, for now. If anything else breaks, you know where to find me.